Going to be arriving into Phoenix here shortly. Just wanted to do a quick chat check-in. We'll be going live later tonight. Driving around, check out Tempe and Scottsdale, maybe Casino, Arizona. Who knows what's going to go on tonight. This will be the pulling into Phoenix video live. Appreciate y'all being here. Be sure to hit the thumbs up, subscribe button if you haven't subscribed. Tell a friend. Just a quick pop-in, check-in, chat video on a beautiful Friday night pulling into Phoenix, Arizona. If you've never been to Phoenix, this is your chance to see what it looks like. We'll be skirting the north part of the town. How's it going? Yeah, we're just now getting onto Interstate 17 South. Ghost Town Hunts, how are you? Give you a chance to see what it's like when you come in from the north. If you came down from Flagstaff, this is the route that you would take. We're almost there. Almost there. Gail, how you doing? Good to see you. Never been to Phoenix? Awesome. Phoenix is a great place. There's a couple months out of the year when it's hotter than a toaster oven. But other than that, the winters sure make up for the summers. Interstate 17 runs north-south to Flagstaff, and on past that you have to take different routes to the Grand Canyon. Smooth sailing so far. Had a couple of truckers along the way that didn't want to let me get around them, but what the heck. Wolf howls, you betcha. Wolf, how you doing? Welcome back. A lot of new roads as you head into Phoenix from where it was when I first moved here. Like Happy Valley Road up here used to just be a penitentiary. Now there's a bunch of houses out here, malls, shopping, all kinds of great stuff. There's a road up here that I don't know what the name of the road is, the way it's spelled. I think it's called Dyslexia Road. When we get there, maybe you'll be able to see the sign and help me pronounce it. I'm serious about the pronunciation. I think it's dyslexia, but that'd be my favorite road name of all roads in the history of the world. Off in the distance, you can see Phoenix. Visited Kingman, Tucson, Flagstaff, and Sedona. Cool. It's a lot of work making this drive every weekend. You're a good man, Cash. Thank you. Donnie O, hey, coming out a multi-card Keno. I hit a 7 of 8 on a multi-card Keno. Kyle, yep, just coming into Phoenix. Still have, maybe 40 minutes into Scottsdale from North Phoenix here. We're going to skirt the city on the north loop. You get a chance to see some of the Scottsdale area, Paradise Valley, North Phoenix. Tomorrow morning we'll be live in Arizona as well. Yeah, I was playing the multi-card Keno and of course complaining about it, and then boom, baby. So my apologies. Kyle, I'm going to have dinner with my wife when we get down here. We're probably going to go out and get some ice cream or who knows what. She's been working, and I timed it to get here at the end of her shift so that we can go out and have some fun. Maybe she'll let me fire up the camera. I'm thinking Dairy Queen tonight, you know, just for the sugar-free, low-cal, healthy ice cream. The trip down, what hotel are you staying? We have a place here in Scottsdale, so. Tony MTZ, how you doing? Thanks for checking in. Appreciate y'all watching that video. Put out a 2-hour replay video for you. Steve Miller, how's it going? Good to have you here. Threw that video out while I was driving through the mountains just to keep everyone company, and I'm glad you're joining us here again. Wolf wants ice cream. What kind of ice cream does Wolf like? That's what I need to know. We're gonna get the chocolate dipped cone, because that's the healthiest variety of cones that you can get. Cookies and cream blizzard sounds great. It sure does. Moose Tracks ice cream. Oh, deliciousness. The place we went last week for ice cream was outstanding. Definitely, Kyle, gonna do the ice cream tonight. I think we're gonna do the. I'm gonna pick my wife up. We're gonna head out and we're gonna go to the. There's a Dairy Queen in Tempe that I used to go to many years ago when I went to college here, and we like to go there. I don't know why. That one just seems like a safe and clean and fun and delicious Dairy Queen. So you're all welcome to come along for that. We'll do a little bit of a live here. Then I'm going to have to shut it off when I get close to home, get everything situated, get all the laundry out of the car. Then we'll jump back in and go out tonight. We'll definitely do Tempe tonight. It's a Friday night at Arizona State University. That's going to be a real good time. Probably actually get out and walk the streets like we did Scottsdale last week. They might even have ice cream there. In fact, I think they have a Dairy Queen there. Happy Valley Road is right here. As I mentioned, there used to be a penitentiary here called the Happy Valley Penitentiary. I thought that was a oxymoron. Friday night special, exactly, August Ice. Nice wide roads as the city expands north. It's an ever-growing city with people moving here in large numbers. Of course, water an issue here like it is in Nevada, but it just keeps growing and keep growing. They actually pipe in, they canal in, they truck in, they get water here any way that they can. Right now it's 69 degrees. It's warmed up since I've come down in elevation out of the mountains. Cloudy skies up high. Doesn't appear to be too windy right now, but beautiful. And this time of year it's just spectacular. Over Christmas it'll get chilly into January. It'll freeze maybe once, just a light freeze. Sometimes they have to turn the sprinklers on at the plantations around here. There used to be a lot more orange groves, cotton farms, pecans, all kinds of things growing out here in Arizona. CWJ, how you doing? Welcome to Phoenix. By the time I get to Phoenix, you'll be watching. Glenn Campbell, thank you. Had a great night last night at the grand opening of Olive's Restaurant at the Virgin Hotel there in Las Vegas. Todd English and the crew, great party. Surprise guest, they had Human Nature, the band that plays all the big casinos, the group that's out there performing all the time in Vegas. They had Human Nature playing at Olive's last night, along with other entertainers. And I got to sample a new cookie that Todd English makes that is just awesome. I think I actually sampled 3 of them. I can't read while I'm driving here. 1 second. DQ makes surprisingly good tacos. Oh, don't sleep on them. I don't know if I've ever had a taco at DQ. Maybe one time. Oh, I did. Yeah, one time in Ranger, Texas. I remember. The only restaurant they have there is a DQ. Ah, exactly. From way back. That's actually the Human League, but this is, I think, a spin-off of that. I don't have any video from last night. It was a proprietary video event, which means they had hired people to put together videos. I didn't really want to sneak it in. I know too many people and I like too many people, so I didn't want to do anything to make them angry. Let's see here. You had going on a curve here. What about the stop at the gas station and play 7? Well, there's no casino gas stations here in Phoenix. We have there's 5 real main casinos in the area. There's 2 by Scottsdale, well, actually 6. There's Wekopaw up by the Fort McDowell community, which is over past Fountain Hills, as we're turning east now on Loop 101. There's the 2 by Scottsdale, which is the Talking Stick, which we love, and of course Casino Arizona, my home away from home. Then down south is the Gila River Indian Reservation casinos. There's a couple of great ones there. There's Wild Horse Pass and then Lone Butte. Gail, I think you said you wanted me to send you a DQ. I couldn't read that, but I'm hoping that's what it is. Yeah, Human Nature is a different group than Human League. However, great reference. Get the bonus points for the reference. Tomorrow we'll play 11 things on a paper plate here in Arizona. We'll have some interesting things. I'll give you a hint as to what one of them is. A saguaro cactus. But it has to be a specific saguaro cactus. I'll draw the cactus, and we have to find one that matches the drawing. That'll be part of tomorrow's 11 things on a paper plate from Arizona. Make your plans now. Rearrange your schedules. Be a part of that. Tomorrow night, we'll be back in Vegas. We'll do another live tomorrow night. If you don't know which one is the saguaro, you can Google it, look it up. If you've ever seen Gumby, even though he's an eraser, or it's an eraser, it also looks somewhat like a saguaro. Somewhat. And Gumby's waving. So this is Loop 101. It circles the city on the north and goes around on the east side. When we first moved to Arizona, there was not a whole lot of freeways. In fact, Interstate 10 stopped on the west side of Phoenix coming in from Los Angeles, 15 or 20 miles from the city, and it took a few years to actually connect that freeway. Had to drop down through Buckeye and take Baseline Road or something like that, Buckeye Road, and city streets through into Phoenix before you headed on back down to Tucson. If you've been to Arizona, you know how beautiful it is. It does get hot, it does rain now and again. We've seen a few storms here when we've been down here in Arizona. Drivers are no better than anywhere else in the world, or maybe a lot worse at times. Has its rich areas, its poor areas, its middle class areas, like any city in America. Some of the uber rich live around the Camelback Mountain, Paradise Valley, Scottsdale as areas. Fountain Hills is another area of well-to-do folks, tech titans. There's other areas. I think that's Bob Dingo turf. Yeah, I hear he's from here. I did not know that. I thought he was a Vegas guy. I'm a Dingo fan. I think the dingo ate my dinner. Snow in northern Arizona? Yeah, we get lots of snow up there. Used to ski at the Snow Bowl in Flagstaff, just north of Flagstaff. The San Francisco Peaks. I'm not sure why they called it that. Maybe you could see San Francisco from there, or there's a different name, but huge mountains, great ski runs. Haven't skied in 20 plus years. Might even say 30 years. Last time I went down, I almost did a Sonny Bono. We're still headed eastbound here on the interstate, or it's I guess it's not an interstate, it's a state highway, freeway, Loop 101. There's Loop 101, Loop 202, and Loop 303, which is actually a bypass. If you're a trucker and you don't want to go through Phoenix, you can take the 303 bypass. State 51 will go south from here. We're not going to take that, but that goes through Dreamy Draw and Squaw Peak, which is now known as Piestewa Peak after Lori Piestewa, who was a local Native American resident who joined the military and was killed in, I believe it was Afghanistan or Iraq, one of the two, early on in the war. And so Lori Piestewa, the peak was named after her, which is a much better name than Squaw Peak, which is deemed offensive at this point. No Loop 404 yet. 20 years from now, possibly. City grows far to the east, the whole metropolitan area. Apache Junction used to be just a dirt town, a cow town, trailer park town, because you couldn't actually build houses out there because there wasn't enough water or facilities, so you had to do the trailers, the mobile homes with the propane hookups, and you had to truck in your own water. But now it's grown way out there and almost to Florence, which is just an old prison town as well, an old western town that a lot of stories, movies, books and things have been written about. Santan Valley way to the south. Tucson and Phoenix getting close to growing together. It's still a bit of a way, but it's really, really developing. It used to be 110 miles between Tempe and Tucson, and the only reason I knew that is because we'd go down for the U of A games with the Arizona State football or baseball, and knew it was 2 hours because it was 55-mile-an-hour speed limit back then. That was a mandated speed limit by the government that knows way too much about everything and is really good at mandating things. That was a brief political moment. I apologize. That's me protesting the 55-mile-an-hour speed limit. Imagine driving from Fairbanks, Alaska to Anchorage, Alaska, 55 miles an hour, 347 miles. That was a long day. It goes a lot faster at 75. Out in Texas, West Texas, 80-mile-an-hour speed limits. Very nice. Still kind of dark out here, but part of that is part of the building ordinances in Arizona. You have light pollution restrictions. Ballards and lights and things like that have to point down. They can't point up. It says no seatbelts until the year 2000. We were adding on to a resort down in Oro Valley, which is north of Tucson, And this is back in the early 2000s, and we were surprised and amazed at the restrictions on light. And it's because one of the natural resources of Arizona is the night sky. You can see every star for 1 billion miles. You can see the International Space Station or a space shuttle go by, and all the things that are visible that you can't see in a big city that has all that light pollution. And you can just drive 5 or 10 miles out of Phoenix and just see the sky forever. It's also where all the aliens come to, if you've ever seen the Phoenix lights. Yeah, San Antonio and is it I-10 all the way out there? Yeah, shooting San Antonio to El Paso, 80 in most places, and it's more if you can do it. We're kind of heading towards the southeast. Mayo Clinic, medical facilities out here. There's a huge Mayo Clinic that continue to add on to it. I don't know if you can see off in the distance are airplanes landing at Sky Harbor Airport. Very long landing patterns. They start way out over the mountains and come in, depending on the wind because of the heat. Sometimes they have the haboobs out here, which are the big dust storms coming in off the desert, and they just envelop the entire city. And they're massive, massive dust storms that used to basically you've seen them over in the Sahara Desert and places like that. But now here in Arizona, they come in and they'll cloud the city. Massive rainstorms, thunderstorms when the storms hit, when the seasons change. We'll see it again in the spring here. It starts getting hot, then cold. You'll get a cold weather pattern come down from the north and hit the warm air here. And it's just beautiful lightning storms. We used to drive to the top of South Mountain to watch the top of the thunderheads. This is 64th Street. So where I'm headed right now, if I was to cut to the right and take surface streets, it would get me there, but it's a long way, so I want to continue on the freeway. This will take us through the Gila River, Maricopa, Salt River Indian community, where the Talking Stick Resort and Casino Arizona is. There's also aquariums, museums. There's a couple of baseball parks for spring training. Got the Diamondbacks and the Colorado Rockies at the Talking Stick Park. And I did a review of that this past spring before everything had reopened with the pandemic. And we weren't even sure at that point if there was going to be spring training. And here we are many months later, and all kinds of activities, and Major League Soccer down here, and many sports from different states came to Arizona through the pandemic because of the heat and the relatively light effect for a period of time here during the pandemic. But having people come from all over, and just the natural progression of things, that eventually caught up here as well. Beautiful place. If you ever get a chance to come to Arizona in the wintertime, highly recommended it. I don't work for the Visitor Convention Center, but I've been coming down here since 1982. Moved out of Alaska to Arizona. Probably the most extreme opposites you could have. But beautiful, beautiful place. Frank Lloyd Wright Boulevard. Frank Lloyd Wright, a lot of stuff in the Midwest, Chicago area. Worked his way out to Arizona here, and there's so much architecture out here, original architecture. We actually used to go on tours of the architecture in Scottsdale and North Phoenix, around the Wrigley Mansion. Just so many beautiful homes here. But way back in the day, in the early 80s when we moved out here, we would take special trips to go see the $200,000 homes. Couldn't believe that a home was actually worth $200,000 back then. I mean, it's just massive mansions here. You know, 4,000 square foot, 9-bedroom, whatever, for $200,000. Amazing. Now, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,200 square foot homes selling for $500,000. So the world does change over time. Westworld, big concert location up here north. Rawhide Pavilions out here. There's some great restaurants. Pinnacle Peak, I believe, is up north here. The Fairmont Princess, great resort. As everything continues to grow in this area. When we get up towards Shea Boulevard, you make a left, you go to Fountain Hills. I got a couple of videos of that drive that I did early on the channel. I had to go way back into January and February for that, maybe even December of last year. Things that got very few views because we had 40 subscribers at the time, but I enjoyed making those. I did a lot of time-lapse driving. And then another thing I used to do here in Arizona in the early part of the channel is I did what was called the driving the speed limit game on the freeways. I would actually drive the speed limit and count the cars that would pass me and how many fingers would be shown in my direction, as nobody would drive the speed limit here. And I think the highest I got one time on a trip was like 187 cars past me. And I would subtract any car that I would pass and add for anyone that would pass me. So that's the kind of channel it was before we discovered Keno and Vegas and all the fun stuff, the coin collecting, all the things that we've done recently, all the live events, helping support other YouTube channels, having fun. I think that's the key to all this, is having fun and providing companionship for each other and supporting each other, being nice. The 80 miles an hour that goes into San Antonio, or from San Antonio to El Paso, about 61 miles out of El Paso drops down to 70, and that's where the highway patrol sits quite a bit and gets everybody. Wolf wants to go to Vegas with the showgirls. Well, tomorrow night we'll be back in Vegas. This is a quick trip down. Gonna do some stuff here, load up and head back, and we'll be live tomorrow night. Tomorrow night we'll probably do a cumulative showgirl count. We'll do an over-under, and you get to pick if you think it's gonna be more than 25 or less than 25. I love doing the driving videos. One of my early ones was 18 minutes of car noise early in the pandemic, and they had shut the borders down, and I didn't know if you could actually get across the state lines. And so we loaded up a bunch of toilet paper and canned goods and things that we weren't sure that they could get in California at that point. And we left Tucson, and it's about 4 or 5 hours from Tucson to the border. And when we got there, it was just nice, peaceful night. So I just turned on the recorder and got 18 minutes of just highway noise. That was one of my first 100 view videos. It was amazing. Yes, we are live right now. We're live in Phoenix, actually live in Scottsdale right now. Gonna have another live later after I get situated, get the vehicle unloaded, can pick up the missus. We're gonna go for ice cream tonight, maybe something else. You never know, might end up at Casino Arizona or somewhere cool like that. Definitely want to do Tempe, walk the streets, check out the bars. It's mini Vegas without the gaming, but it's a college campus and just a wild time. This is the Loop 101. We're starting to curve around now on the east side of Scottsdale. It'll take a big turn here in a minute. You'll be able to see the Talking Stick Resort off in the distance. They're the one, maybe two casinos in the area here that actually have the big lights, you know, neon style, big signs outside, Resort World-ish, huge tower hotels. More are coming. They passed laws recently allowing for more casinos and more gaming in Arizona. They have sports betting here now. Got Brian from the Bronx checking in. Brian, we're out here in Arizona. This is where all the people went with their tuberculosis back in the day. We will definitely play a wolf game if we get to a casino. That'll be our next live after I pick up the missus. We hit a wolf game the other night. I'm not sure if that was a live. I think that was a live, or I recorded it. It's a recording. It's coming up. It was at the Orleans, and it was a great time, fun session. Welcome, how are you? Is that Brian Stowe? Sorry, my eyes, I don't have my glasses. I can't use my glasses when I drive because I only need them to read close up. Phoenix is getting overpriced. Oh, very overpriced. It's like any place. I mean, it's just exploded with population. They can't keep up with the building. I guess this guy's gonna take 2 lanes there. Guy from Texas in front of me there, weaving back and forth. Not sure which way he wants to go. Big truck coming on my right. You do you. I'm gonna pull over. No, I'm not. Okay. That wouldn't let me in. Phoenix drivers are the worst. Oh, a car without any lights on. Oh my goodness. Danger, danger. Look at this. It's like a food truck with no lights on. This looks safe. I hope it's not a food truck. I hate to leave you, but you know, good luck. Wow. Yep, it's a food truck. Gotta believe it's gonna be clean and sanitary inside there because they can't keep the lights on the back. Oh man. Wow. That gets dangerous. Coming up on the big curve here, Via de Ventura Boulevard. As we turn, you'll see the talking stick off in the distance. It's a great casino, a lot of fun. We were there last time we were here. First, there's the aquarium in front of us. Once we pass that, I'll kind of curve the phone over. You can see it. Got this one same car in my way, same Texas driver. I have a turn. You can see it's a little either foggy or dusty or something in the air. There might be a little moisture in the air, but maybe you can see off in the distance there the talking stick. I'll move the phone over this way. See that? That's the big talking stick resort with all the lights, the light show. Ah, the truck with no lights coming up on a police stop here. Yes, there's a Desert Diamond on the west side. There's also the Q over there, and a few others. Oh, that's one of the cars that just passed us. Cool. No texting and driving, thank you. Definitely not. Talking and driving, that's okay. Got a Top Golf over here. Put the heater on and see if it's a thing here. Pepsi trucks, I like that. I'm gonna throw some heat onto the windshield, see if the fog goes away. Anyway, we're coming into Scottsdale. When we make a right-hand turn in the daytime, you would see Camelback Mountain. At night, it's not so well lit up. You can see off to the left is the Indian community and the Casino Arizona down that way. Tempe and Mesa still straight ahead from us. Where are the pink shorts? There's going to be a ton of pink shorts at DJ Bail Bonds tonight. When we get down to Tempe, it'll be more than the pink shorts, more to see down there. Mesa has a casino, sort of. It kind of skirts it. The Casino Arizona skirts it, as does Lone Butte. Beautiful, outstanding night. Yes, Patricia, totally outstanding tonight. Ooh, I'm not sure if you can see the silhouette of Camelback Mountain off in the distance. There it is. So that's Camelback because there's so much lights from Phoenix on the other side, you can see it. Put you back over here, sorry. Pink shorts Saturday and Sunday night, you warm? Nice. Well, coming up here, going to be making an exit. I'll keep you with me a little bit longer, and then we will do a second live tonight after I achieve my goal of getting my laundry processed, picking up the missus, and heading out for ice cream. We'll take you for ice cream. We'll go to, hopefully the Dairy Queen at ASU is available. Bill, how are you doing? Great to have you here. This is our first of 2 lives tonight. Just skirting the Phoenix area. We're over in Scottsdale. We'll be coming up at about 2 miles here on the park. Early on in the channel, I would actually go out in the morning. It was so cold for Arizona that the birds would hunker down in the trees, and as the sun would rise and as it hit certain parts of the trees, the birds would kind of wake up and they would take off in different waves. The small black birds, the white swans, the geese, some very cool videos that I did. I didn't get a whole lot of views, but it was fun for me. So that's some of the early stuff that we did to try to get our 4,000 hours of viewing and the 1,000 subscribers. And it helped, but certainly it didn't take off as a channel. I also used to just put the video on Scottsdale Road here by the resort corridor. The police were always posted up there for traffic stops, speed traps, and would get some great videos and some great ASMR sounding stuff. And then one day I had it out there, and I just decided enough of this. You know, nobody's watching. I don't know why I'm doing it, and I shut the camera off. And within 10 minutes, one of the draft picks from the local football team, the Cardinals, got pulled over for speeding in that area. He didn't hit anyone or do any damage, but they nailed him hard. He got arrested for exceeding the speed limit by double, or even triple, I think it was. I think it's like a 35-mile-an-hour zone, and he was pushing close to 100. This is Chaparral Road, and it goes east-west directly into the heart of Scottsdale. When we do our Scottsdale lives, we usually are on Chaparral at some point. We did our Christmas videos last year. We drove the streets of Scottsdale and looked at the Christmas lights. And then we did some other cities, compared the supposed rich areas with the not so rich areas, who had the most lights, and the middle class neighborhoods would have the most decorations. apologize, I can't read that one. It says you stopped into the chat. Is that Delana? I hope that's who you are. I'm trying to read it while I'm driving here. We are here in Scottsdale. No Vegas tonight. Tonight is Arizona, and then tomorrow night we'll be back to what's that town called? Las Vegas. So we will do a live tonight. We will do a live tomorrow morning, and then the trip back to Arizona, from Arizona to the beautiful city of Las Vegas for another Las Vegas Live tonight in Las Vegas. So I'm going to wrap it up here. It is Delana. Thank you for being here for this. Stay tuned. It'll be probably about half an hour. We'll be back out having fun, going to get ice cream, check out Tempe, and I guarantee you we'll end up at Casino Arizona or somewhere like that for a little gaming fun. We'll show it off to you, maybe play some slots or Keno. We will check it out. But be sure to check us out here in about 30 minutes right here at Cash or Crash Las Vegas Live in Arizona. I appreciate you being with me for the last 30 minutes or so. We'll see you all soon. Have a great night.